Greetings, everyone. This is Tiffany Martinez. As always, I do hope you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in this simulation. I really do hope that you're able to see me shuffle these cards and that you'll be able to see whatever comes out. I am using this new deck that I received. It's called Who Is It Oracle, and it mostly has photographs of people. So the reason why I'm using this deck is because I keep being told that someone is jealous of me. And if you understand what the word jealous means, for me, it's the gateway to the word envious. And I never thought that was a cute way to be or anything like that. I always felt that, and I still feel that way, that no one should be jealous of no one. Like, whatever you have, you should be happy that you have it, and whatever you don't have in your simulation, maybe, I'm not saying that it's true, but maybe it just wasn't meant for you to have that. Doesn't matter what it is. It just may be that you just weren't meant to have that. It doesn't matter what it is. So why be jealous? And so because I may be mentioning indirectly someone's name or a group of people's names, I'm just going to use the word alleged, because I don't know for certain. However, I am asking my ancestors to kindly stand up. This is the first reading I have done with this deck. I wasn't going to do it live, but right here is fine. However, if you like this type of content, it would mean very much to me if you would like, share, and subscribe. If you like getting tarot readings or seeing them done, even though this is an oracle deck, the answers are still coming from, at least my ancestors. They're coming from them. They're the ones that are guiding me with this reading. And I also ask that my husband step forward and kindly help me with this reading. We're just going to get started. And I did order another tripod that will be able to hold my phone while I'm doing this reading, even though I have one of the folding phones via Samsung or Galaxy. So that's how I'm holding it up now, but the problem is I can't really see what you're seeing that well. I know the box right here is in the frame. So, but now that you've seen which deck that I'm using, I am going to ask my ancestors, once again, to guide me through this reading and help keep me safe. And because you're related to that person, it's your ancestor, doesn't mean that they give a damn about you. So I'm asking those ancestors who are known and unknown that actually do love me back to kindly keep me safe during this reading. It shouldn't be bothering me. It's after 3 in the rising, and it's not that it's bothering me. Like, it's bothering me on some level because I don't want anybody to ever be jealous or envious over me or anyone that's in this simulation, because we have what we're supposed to have, and it's okay to have goals. So moving on, I have a great idea of who this person could be, and it, like I said, on some level it bothers me because we grew up together. We had the same things growing up together. I'm thinking about high school and middle school and I already said high school, but elementary. We had the same exact shit. Like nothing was different, and we got to do an extracurricular activity in school. Like I was in band. I was in concert band. I got to play flute, and one of my siblings, she was a cheerleader, and I don't know what the other sibling did, but my youngest sibling, he was into sports, so he played football, and that shit costs money. It's not free. It's not free. It costs your parents money. So I was always grateful to be in the band. I was even in marching band for a short period of time. So, we all got to do stuff. We all had cars at 16. They weren't brand new. It was the definition of a hoopty. Like, none of us got brand new cars until we went to the dealership on our own and put our own credit name, put the car in our own name. That's when we got brand new cars, or whatever. And so anyways, I am asking my ancestors, and I'm also asking the deities to kindly help guide me with this reading. And please show me. I'm getting ready to shuffle. I'm getting ready to move these cards. Please show me right now. I'm gonna call upon Nzinga to please be my eyes and to show me who this person is. Because, like I said, I have a really good idea of who it is. And I do believe it's a sibling. And I don't know, I don't understand why that person would be jealous of me or envious of me. My husband died. And the difference between a dead person and a divorced person is they still have a percentage chance of getting back together. Even if it's a negative 1%, that could change. The number could change to a 1% chance of you getting back together. I'm not going to get back with my husband. He literally died. And I miss him. We both have our own homes, meaning we both have mortgages. We both drive nice vehicles, even though my first car, not my first car, but the car that I had before the one I have today, it's a 2001 Volkswagen Beetle, and I love that car. I love my Beetle. Anybody that knows me on a personal level, they know that I love that vehicle. So I don't understand what the problem is. That person has children. My husband and I weren't able to have babies. So we have cats. Well, technically one cat, because the others have already transitioned. So I'm not understanding the hatred and the jealousy. I'm not understanding it. But I am ready for the answers. Which of the siblings is jealous of me? I don't want to say hating, but which of the siblings? Because I'm done with it. And I'm going to make sure that they know that I'm done with it. And I also know that they are lying to me. And that part is pissing me off. Like, pissing me off royally. You don't have to lie. Like, we're grown-ass people. We're not children. The first card has flipped over. Now, I saw this card when I was initially shuffling, and I have no idea what that means because I'm definitely not pregnant. If they are, wonderful. Congratulations. What else would Soul and Spirit like for me to know about this person? The next card has flipped over. And it says that person is a brunette. So that person has some form of darkish hair. What else would you like me to know about this person? Okay, 2 cards fell out. Red lips, so the chances are they were lipstick and that they are short. Okay. What type of profession does this person have? Like, where do they work? What do they do for a living? And by the way, even though I don't sell these, I should be selling them since my channel isn't monetized. This will be a wonderful companion deck with any true crime deck. It says that the person is skinny. Okay. What else would you like me to know about this person? They have short hair. Okay. Are we able to find out what type of profession that they have, or I don't know if that will be in this deck or not. But keep showing me how they look. They have a scar. Okay. If you are available, Mother, please show me which sibling is basically hating on me. And I don't know why. But I want to know why. The next card is very young. Okay. Okay, the next one is dark skin. If you know me on a personal level, and you know my siblings, that person is sticking out like a sore thumb. Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to show me regarding this person? Okay. Allegedly, this person has freckles, which I think goes with that scar that person allegedly has. Okay. Well, now they're saying that the person has long hair. Maybe they just want long hair. Okay. Maybe a couple more cards. They're saying 2 cards came out, and it says that they are melanite, which if they're a sibling, it would have to be. And they said that this person is busty chest. So, okay, 2 cards came out. It says medium skin tone. hazel eyes. Now that I don't know, because unless they were in contacts at this time, um, and I wouldn't say that that person was dark skinned, but if you know my siblings, she is brown skinned, but not dark skinned. But she is dark skinned compared to me, if that makes sense. But anyways, let's keep going. Unless it's both of them. Because it wouldn't be far-fetched. It wouldn't be far-fetched, not at all. Sorry, I'm trying to... I always had trouble with the cards. Not just this deck, but the short of it is, I'm not a very good shuffler. When I get a new deck, I always separate the cards as if I'm dealing poker cards. Everybody gets 5 until until I can, that's like the best way that I want to mix them. What else would you like me to know about this person that is allegedly jealous over me? Okay, so now this person is tall. Now see, what that is, I don't know if you can see these cards or not. Let me see. I'm going to put the ones I've already went through. This person, they say that they are medium skin tone, right? I'm assuming that means light skin, right? And that person has hazel eyes, and that person is tall, right? That describes a specific sibling that's not the same one that is dark skinned. Now, I feel like I should get the yes or no deck, but let's just keep going. It specifically says light skin. I hope you saw that. And then the card behind it that fell out, it says animated eyes. Now, what's funny about that is I've been labeling this one right here as a snake for I don't know how many years. It's been at least a decade. Like, I don't fuck with her on any level. My mother, for like when she was still here in the physical, she wanted like one thing for her children was for all of us to sit around the table and laugh and eat good food, like, because I live on the West Coast and they all live on the East Coast. So my mother wanted to make a good dinner for us and, have all of her children, all 4 of us, sit down and eat. And I just told her I couldn't even lie to my mother. I said, well, you're going to die unhappy if you waiting for Tiffany to basically congregate with people that will put literally a knife in the person's back, like a real knife. And I said, no, do not set that up because it's not going to end well. And she never did. She never tried it because I don't know if Uber serves that area or not, but I would have been getting in a car with a total stranger, which is something that I wouldn't do in reality because I just don't like that vibe. But she never did, but she always wanted us to sit down and have a meal together. I say no. So let's keep going. But is there anything else specific about either of these um, siblings that's allegedly jealous over me? And a lot of it I've already asked Soul and Spirit, and I've asked, does it have anything to do with the summer of 1996? And that is when I left Virginia. I left and I didn't look back. I know there's like a popular trend that's happening now, and people are doing it because they want to do it, not because their financial situation is making them do it. Van life is basically being under the spotlight. Like, people are interested in it. Well, I didn't do van life. However, I felt more like a nomad, if that makes sense. Like, there's nothing holding me here. There's nothing holding me there. I can go wherever I want to go. And now that I'm 49, I'll be 50 in March. It's like, and my husband isn't here in the physical. Nothing is really keeping me in California other than the fact that I love living here. It's been my home for over 20 years. It's been my home since the summer of 2002, because I met my husband in 2001. So, and basically, I can move about the cabin as much as I want. Like, I can live wherever I want to live. However, this is where my mortgage is. So obviously I'm going to stay where my home is. But if I decide to sell today and just take the equity and run, I could probably buy some type of nice RV or a nice van or something. But I enjoy the comfort of my home. This is where my husband and I spend our time. And the only other thing, which wouldn't, I don't know if that's true or not, but I know it's true for myself. I was married once before, and I was in a very abusive relationship. That man literally almost broke me. Like, he almost sucked the life out of me until I met my husband, Henry. And I know some people are thinking that I'm holding on to that, but why can't I hold on to that? He showed me what real love is. He showed me what unconditional love is. He showed me how a spouse is supposed to love that person and how that person is supposed to receive that love. So now, that I guess anybody could be jealous of, that they're in a relationship with somebody and only one person is loving that person and they're not being loved back. So, I mean, I could understand that, but I could never be jealous of somebody for that. I could want that for myself, but if it's not meant to be, it's never going to be. Like, the first time I got married, um, that person, like, we always admitted that we got married for the wrong reasons. He got married so he could have guilt-free sex. I married him so I could start my life. And starting my life did not, it basically, I tried to get into the military in the summer of 19. Well, I think I registered in 1995 after high school. And it took me a year to get to where I needed to be, like losing a lot of weight and getting down to like 150 pounds or whatever, right? So, but when that didn't work out for me, I did not want to stay in an area that was not good for Tiffany. Even back then, I was putting myself first until I said I do, and that's when it was good for 1 year. But we legally stayed married, I think, for 5 years, something like that. I got married in December 1996, and the divorce was final when I came to California in the summer of 2002. But we were already living separately. or whatever. So, but this time when I got married with Henry, and even before we said I do, we were already best friends. So, and allegedly the two, allegedly the two siblings, they, I don't know if they married for love. I don't know. And I didn't ask. I just wanted the best for them. Whatever they wanted, I wanted for them. So, so again, this is all alleged, but it felt like their spouses loved them unconditionally, while they weren't feeling it anymore for whatever reason. But see, with Henry and I, we could have had a whole fleet of children. I'm sorry, mamas, can I help you? So I'm going to go ahead and finish doing this part. This is Luna. Say hello. Say greetings to the people. Okay. So, like I said, I don't know. I just wish them the absolute very best. Because I don't hate on people. And if they're more successful than me, then wonderful. Wonderful. I'm happy for you. And I just don't get it. We all have college educations. We all have a degree in whatever the hell we wanted a degree in. Some of us have 2 degrees in 2 different categories. Some are still in a university. I just don't understand. So, and I may not get all the answers in this deck, but that's why it's called Who Is It? Not Who Done It. I'm just cracking up. So, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I'm looking at these cards, looking at the pregnancy card or pregnant card. It's like, is that when, this shit started to happen? I just don't understand. But what I do understand, it's going to end. Okay, is there anything else you would like me to know specific about either sibling? So I'm going to go through them one more time, and then I am going to end this. And this busty chess one, this one, that's why I love doing oracle readings and tarot readings. It's almost like a puzzle. This busty chess would go with the one um that is light skinned. So, and the tall would go with this person, which is the same person. And then the medium tone, I still think that this one is here. But them shifty eyes, them animated eyes, that's how reptiles' eyes are anyways. So, anyways, let's just keep going. Is there anything else you would like to add to the siblings? Okay. Only one card fell out. It says braids. I don't know if you can see that or not. Braids. So, I honestly don't know how they wear their hair anymore, especially the one that was described down here, because as I said, we don't communicate. However, this particular braid would go with the one that is, I'm just going to say darker than I, And I'm trying to think if she has a scar or not. So, but anyways, and she used to braid her hair like that. Um, it's kind of like cornrows, but only two, if that makes sense. So this is what's on the bottom of the deck is mature. So I'm assuming that well, both of these siblings are older than I, and now I'm going to split the deck and see what's in there. Unhealthy habits. Again, that part I don't know anything about other than um, I don't know anything about that, so I can't confirm or deny anything. Um, so pregnant. This is a very long reading. It's over 30 minutes. So if you have stayed to see this much of the reading, you are truly the MVP of supporters. And if you're not already subbed to my channel, I would appreciate it if you would sub to it because you have stayed this long to figure this out with me. This person and the sibling that is short is the one that is skinny. And so I don't know how she wears her hair today. Like I said, we are just, I don't know. It's just, we have just never been close. So, and I'm trying to think if she has a scar. I think she does have some type of scar because of a car accident she was in when she was younger. Now, she is the only one that has the same complexion as my mother, which you may remember from that photo. Um, so, I don't know. Like I said, I think she does have some form of freckles or moles. Like I said, I don't know about the hair. Um, the long hair would probably go down with this one, but they definitely described her to a T. And the mature, this one would be the oldest one. That one would be the oldest one. Anyways, this concludes this reading, at least for now, of who is it. And like, my advice to you is never be jealous of anyone or anything, or just don't. Just be. Even if you're content with, like, be content with your life, but still have goals, but don't do something just because the other person is doing it or because they got it, so you should run out to get it. You know, growing up, my mom used to like to put up, decorations during the holidays. Spelled HOLIEDAZE. She used to like to decorate, during the holidays. And she used to get so pissed off because she felt whatever she put up, another person would put up almost just like twins. And she did not like that. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to tell her that, maybe that person is inspired by what you do. My mom would be livid. So she found that out. I don't remember what year it was, but I was probably maybe 10 or 11, and she spent like all afternoon putting up the lights and all that stuff outside. That was back when everybody had those red velvet big ass bowls, and you put them on your shutters and anywhere you want to put them, right? And so she finally got it done, and she said, well, she told me to ride with her, up the road so she can like go to the store or whatever and turn around because she wanted to see how her lights look, you know, coming down the road. I would never forget. She just got so pissed off. She was like, "That lady just don't have any sense." She waits all day because the lady had already had her decorations up, but by the time my mother finished hers, this particular lady had went out and bought more stuff so her house could match our house. Like I said, my mom was pissed the fuck off because, she wanted to do something unique. So after that, she just started waiting till like the last minute to put stuff up, especially, when the grandkids start to understand, the excitement or whatever. Anyways, I'm looking around at some of the other decks that I have in reach, and I almost feel like because I'm like, there's something I can do other than to confront them. Like yesterday, we had a confrontation because we agreed to have this phone call. It was long overdue, but it had to be had. And she says, notice I'm not using any names, but if you know me on a personal level, it won't take long to figure it out. I'm in my bedroom and I have one of these things in like every single room. I have one in both bathrooms, one at the table, not in the other two rooms yet. So I'm working on my office, right? And and my husband used to call these things lazy arms, right? So, so anyways, she goes, "Well, I don't really want to talk to you on the phone if all you're going to do is fuss." And I said, "Well, if I got to call you out on your shit, then I got to call you out on your shit. Simple as that." And she says um, that, which I just think is just insane. And she goes, "Well, I'm no longer working that job. I quit." And I said, "Wait, what?" And because, she owes me some money. That ain't a secret, right? And I want my money, right? And she goes, "Well, I quit because it wasn't working for me." And I said, "How was it not working for you? You were working the job, you were getting paid. That's how a job works." So she goes, "Well, Tiffany," because, hardly no one calls me Tiffany. Most people who love me back, they just call me Tiff. She goes, "Tiffany, I only agreed to call you today because it's my day off." And I said, "You just told me you quit your job. Which one is it? You got my money or you don't got my money, right?" I'm being serious, right? And she's like, "Well, I don't want to be rude, but I just got to get in the store." I'm like, "Right, but you're lying to me. It's either you're working and you got my money, or you quit your job and you don't got my money, or you quit your job and you still got paid, so you do have my money." And look, I am no way near a materialistic person. I like what I like. I like natural crystals. Anybody would tell you that. I like natural crystals, and apparently I have an addiction to buying tarot cards, right? Like, I like things like that. I'm very simple, like very simple to please. Um, I'm trying to think what else I like other than natural crystals. Anything that's gonna make my life more accessible. Um, oh, I like sleep shorts. I like a lot of sleep shorts. What else? Oh, I like books. I like to read. Um, Apparently, I'm into hoodies and like jackets because I'm getting colder. Ever since that last surgery, I've been getting colder, right? So, uh, What else? I can't even think. Oh, I like comforters. I like various types of thick blankets. Oh, excuse me. Um, well, that's really all that I could think of at this time. Like, um, if I do wear bracelets or jewelry, it will be a natural crystal type bracelet. Um, the only precious metals that I wear are rings and some necklaces, like silver necklaces. Oh, and I've been loving dragonflies since over 20 years. I've never really been into butterflies. You may see a butterfly here because I got that sign or those decals when my husband Henry, when he transitioned. It just says, it reminds me because I was not literally breathing. I was hyperventilating like more often than not, and it says just breathe. I know you probably can't see it because of the other stuff is there. It says just breathe, you'll never live this moment again. Like, whatever you're going through, it's okay, just take a deep breath. And that was like, I needed those visuals, and I still kind of do because I like getting up and I like being able to see my husband sitting there with me. I like to have him, well, in my mind and in my heart that, he has his arm around me. I like if you can hear the little bit of music in the background. That's Billie Holiday. I love it. Oh, anything pertaining to Billie Holiday, like her vinyls. I think I have like 102 or 103 of her vinyls, and that's not including several box sets of her CDs. So again, those are the simple things that I like. Simple stuff. That and my last cat. So let's see. Should I pull some cards from this deck real quick? But yeah, she was literally sitting there lying to me, and she just couldn't face the music. Let me see if I can shuffle some cards real quick and see if I can see, or we can see, what lies beneath. So, right now, I've been experiencing a raspy voice lately, allergies and the fact that the AC has been running since I don't know when, really. And so I end up getting, a raspy voice and a little bit of congestion, a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna ask a couple of questions, and that's what I was about to say next. Before I even asked the question, I said she has yet to apologize to me. A real apology, a sincere apology. She has yet to do that. So, and I'm not waiting for it, but however, I'm just expecting it, if that makes sense. Like, I'm just expecting a legit apology, and I need you to be empathetic regarding the apology and admitting what you did. Simple as that, because I'm going to move through this simulation just fine with or without you. And she has proven to me that just because you share the same bloodline, that doesn't make that person your friend, nor does it really make you family. We just are, So this one just blew out. says depression. I'm pretty sure she is depressed. So, when my husband was in the ICU, she was the one that I confided in. Like, I didn't even tell my mother that my husband was in the ICU. I just didn't do it. I confided in her. And while confiding in her, okay, yeah. While confiding in her, I said I want us to be friends, real friends, and she just kept saying it, just like this. We are friends, sis. We are friends, sis. And I said, no, we're sisters, but that doesn't make us friends, and it really don't make us family. Like, I don't know what that word means, because if you're supposed to be my family by default, why would you intentionally hurt me? So, okay, asking that my mother kindly step forward and daddy to kindly step forward and help me understand why this person is so angry with me and so jealous of me. Why is that? So kindly step forward and let me know. So when Henry died, because I remember calling her, or no, I'm sorry, because she was driving, and I remember texting her, and I let her know that I had to, sorry, that I had to have him removed from the ventilator. And I remember her texting me back, and she would say, "Oh, that's good news, sis." And I said, "No, it's not. Do you see a smiley face?" And it wasn't until I said that he flatlined. So that was something else that they could do. And they tried everything, including blood transfusions. They tried everything. And they were going to airlift him to San Diego. And I said, well, when is he going to come back? And they said, oh, well, he'll come back when he's better. And I said, okay. Then they said they were going to take him to Loma Linda. I said, well, that isn't that far away. Why can't the doctors just come to Palm Springs, Desert Regional? And they basically said, well, they have equipment there that we don't have. And I said, okay. So, anyways, and it took me a lot to tell her until she could understand. So, anyways, what evidence is she burning? Wow. Let's go with the first card that fell out. It says trash, thrown away, getting rid, tossing out. The next one that says insecure, and it says police, and it says kick to the curb. Okay. What else would you like me to know regarding the sibling? And that's going to help me understand why she feels the way she feels. It says recording, announcement, expression, revealing. Huh. The previous deck and this deck would definitely go well with the true crime deck that I use. Okay. So, anyways, I'm gonna shuffle a little bit more, and then I'm just gonna leave it at that. I will take a picture of this, and maybe I can figure out exactly what this all means. Because sometimes I don't get it. I don't understand the message when the cards are hitting. Um, you know, in this case, the bed. Um, I just find it so bizarre, just so bizarre. I have done nothing to none of my siblings. Nothing. I'm the one who has the most enormous heart. And I mean what I say. Like if I tell you I'm going to do something, I am a woman of my word. I have always been like that. I'm very honest. If something is not going to go as anticipated, I am going to show empathy. I'm going to apologize. And I'm going to say, I'm so sorry. I thought we would be able to do this, but I wouldn't be able to do it right now, or whatever the case is. And I'm very thorough. I'm going to tell you how it is. And when I cut you off, trust, I'm going to cut you off. Like one sibling, I haven't spoken to her since around June 7, 2012, when, our dad died. And then she texts me November 30th, 2021, when my husband died. I'm like, whoa, you thought today will be a good day to reach out to me? You didn't think maybe texting me in March to wish me a happy birthday, in March to wish my husband a happy birthday, in March wish us a happy anniversary since over 10 years? But you thought today will be a good day to roll through? No. And then recently she called me maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and she thought it would be okay just to call me. And this is verbatim. Tiffany, she didn't say, "Hi Tiffany, how are you doing today? How's pain management going? Are you still in physical therapy? If you don't mind me asking." Then maybe I would have entertained the conversation. Then followed by, "Yeah, I know we haven't been close and blah, 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 and blah, blah, fucking blah. I just wanted to apologize to you. I shouldn't have done that, and I will do my best to make it up to you." Instead of that, she says, "Tiffany." And then she just gets into whatever she wanted to say. And I just kept repeating myself, you don't get to call me. You don't get to pick up the phone and call me ever. And I have to keep saying that repeatedly until she says, I think she says, "Okay, Tiffany, well, thank you for your time." Like, we're not friends. And I explained that to her on November 30th, 2021. So let's get back to the reading. I feel these little pecks on my cheeks. So I don't know if that's my mother, giving me kisses, or if it's just Henry. And I don't mean it like that, like it's just Henry that's, giving me kisses or whatever. I don't know. Like, I literally bought my husband a lamp, right? Sorry. I guess you got to be a fan of me and my channel to understand why I have to explain everything. So right here, you see the picture with the green background, and that's trees, by the way. We were supposed to go see the trees, the tall sequoia trees here in California, but we didn't make it because he died. So anyways, on the far right where Henry is, there's like a little lamp thing. I don't know if I can reach it from here. But anyways, right there. Right there. Right there. It's a touch lamp. I bought one for him, and I bought one for my mother on hers is right in front of me, and I've been trying to get them to interact with me by, like, only touch your lamp when it's you. Don't touch Henry's lamp if you're my mother. So, and I've been trying to get them to interact. So when I say just Henry, I don't mean that. I say that because he's always around me. He's been with me since the day he transitioned. Even when the hospital called and asked if they wanted them to put the phone to his ear before they took him off the machine, I said no. I said if he is transitioning, he's probably already here beside me. So that's what I mean. It's like nothing uncommon. All right. Let's just see what else comes up. Is there anything that you will want me to know specifically regarding which sibling is jealous? Anything else you would like for me to know? Okay. I mean, this is probably a lot of information just right here alone. Okay. I don't know what that means. It probably means something else. It probably just means use protection whenever you're around them. Even though I have not seen her since March 2019 when I went to go visit my mother for my birthday. And I'm the type of person, if you want me to come visit you or if I want to go see you, that is the present. It says private relationship. I have no idea what that could mean regarding this. Like, I don't know. We are definitely going to find out. And my siblings, we have never dated each other's, like, boyfriends. We have never did that. I think that's weird anyways. Why would you want to put your mouth on something your sibling had their lips on? Okay, is there anything else so I can close this out? Getting the record straight. Of course. I'm concerned about the police card. Are you able to clarify the police card? Right. Let's go through it one more time because since I asked the question, can you clarify the police card here? Why is the police card in this lineup, basically? Okay. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it says hater. Why is this person a hater? I hate her. It just says caution. Trust. I am not worried about neither one of them. Spiritually or any other way. I'm not threatened by them. I'm not nervous around them. Okay. The card that fell, it says getting played. And there's another card down there. I didn't realize. Let me get my trusty lazy arm. Don't be a hater, get you one. This is albino. You know, a lot of people have assumed that I got my spiritual gifts when my husband transitioned. That's not actually true. They may have became stronger. Well, that's facts. It says total drama. And that is pertaining to the same sibling. Not the light skinned one, the other one. My mom even used to say that she was the drama child. Okay. Alright. What else would you like me to know regarding the sibling that is total drama? One card says bugaboo. And the other one says copycat. Well, it is what it is, I guess. I should make an oracle deck and a tarot deck. I think that would be fun. Oh, you can follow me on my TikTok account. I just made one if you would like. It's manifesting for Tiffany. And you can follow me on Twitter at lawfulmoney76. That's LAWFULMONE and the number 7 and the number 6. Lawful Money 76. And if you're looking for more ways to make money from home, go to www.saveandsilverbythegram.com. It says keeping a promise, which in her case is breaking a promise, and she may be trying to rectify the problem, trying to make things better. But I want to know about this police card. That's what I want to know is about this police card. Why is this police card coming up? So I would like to have clarification. And if anyone is still sticking with this story, they want to know why this police card is here. Sorry, my hands were twisted like it says knowing they fucked up. So let me just say it like that. Let me just put the cards back together for one final time. What is going to be the outcome of this situation regarding the sibling that is jealous of me and the sibling that owes me money? A substantial amount of money. We're not talking about a couple $100, not even a couple $1,000. We're talking about a substantial amount of money. And I made a huge mistake by trying to help her. And I blame myself for that, because had I not tried to help her, we may be still trying to be friends. But because she did what she did, she betrayed me. She hasn't repaid anything, and she's been putting me on the back burner. So, but at the same time, I still believe that this is majority of her fault. Because let me just tell you this, for anybody that has never lost a spouse, especially a spouse. But with my situation, it's pretty unique, I believe, because my husband, he died November 4th, no, excuse me, November 30th, 2021. And then November 4th, 2022, the following November, my mother died. And we have the same mom. So, and the fact that I confided in you as my baby sister, like I'm the baby sister. I'm the one that lost her husband, lost my soulmate, lost my best friend. I have people, local people that live here that I consider a friend, but no one has been like my husband. No one in my entire time in the simulation. I guess when I was sent back here to the simulation, it wasn't to make friends, apparently. So, and like I said, I think at the beginning of the video at some point, comparing him to the first time I said I do, is that Henry showed me what friends are. He showed me what a real friend is and what true friendship is. My husband, when I first told him that I loved him, and he didn't say I love you too, he says, slow down. I want us to be friends first. And this was back when we used to write each other letters in the mail. Like, I've made videos that showing you the letters, the cards, and whatever. So if you ever unfortunately have to lose your spouse, or even someone that you are heavily grieving, you're not supposed to have any major changes. Don't give away anything. Don't throw away anything, because you're not thinking very clearly. But I keep telling people I am better. I'm only better than I was November 30th, 2021. I am better. Underneath the picture on the wall, where it says All the Way, that is one of Billy's songs, All the Way. Well, with one of our favorite songs, I fell down on this floor in front of this door, or rather in between the door and the carpet. I had one of those oversized balls. It was right there. The ball didn't catch my fall. It didn't catch my fall, but it was there. I remember that. And I remember Luna had a bed laying there. And the bed was, it's basically a hot dog bun. And Henry and I used to laugh amongst ourselves because Luna loved that bed. And he says, it's a burnt weenie on top of the hot dog bed, because she was stretched out just like the hot dog. So I fell down and I didn't get up. I didn't even try to get up for a very long time. I called for my husband to come get me. I said, Henry, come get me. I said, Boo, come get me. Like, that's the type of love and connection that we had. And anyone who has ever read for me, and I have paid for the session, they will tell you that that was a real friendship, it was a real marriage, and it was real love. So, I'm okay. I need to blow my nose. The reason why I brought that up, and I'm just now starting to get better with my memory. I was forgetting shit as though I had some form of like dementia or memory loss, because that happens with the grief. As I said, you're not supposed to do anything major. It's not even just the first year. Like, the first maybe 3 to 4 years. Don't sign anything. Don't purchase anything. Don't give anything away. None of that. So, my sibling took advantage of me. And knowing that I asked her to be my friend, a friend is somebody who looks out for you. And they're definitely not a person that's going to take advantage of you, like knowing that you're in a vulnerable state. The first year was extremely devastating for me. And then just when I thought I was going to stand up and be tall and walk out these flames, my mother dies. Now, my mother is the strongest person I have ever, ever, ever known. And the second strongest person is my favorite aunt, which is my mom's sister. I'm like still kind of shocked about it sometimes, knowing that she transitioned. I'm like, wait, what? Not my mother. She always gets up. What do you mean? So I'm making peace with it for the fact that she was in her 70s and that I had all those years with her. And I had 21 amazing years with my husband. And so many lessons learned. The first lesson he's ever taught me, and I have shown this to you in videos, that is the gift of forgiveness. Forgive people, don't forget about it, and move on. Especially if they're not like if you're fighting someone, physically fighting them, you don't keep hitting them if they're already down. You just say, that's it. I forgive you, it's done. So she took advantage of me during that time that she should have said, no, sis, or at least told herself, don't do this. Don't try to use her. Wait until she is mentally back and she can make a better decision. I mean, that's like a parent that's in the room sleeping and they didn't work 12 some hours and you go in there and ask them, hey mom, are you able to sign this permission slip? Permission slip? Yeah, mom, I gotta go, the bus is coming. And knowing damn well it's not really a permission slip, it's one of those write-up slips when you didn't get in trouble and that they got to sign for it. Like you're taking advantage of the situation. So I'm just going to finish right here and that's it. And I do show gratitude to anybody that has made it this far in the video. I do appreciate it because I'm working towards getting to 500 subscribers so my channel can be on the road to get monetized. I know you need more than 500 subscribers. You gotta have hours and you gotta work for this shit, so I appreciate you. And if you would like to make a donation to me and to my channel, my Cash App is the $ and then SOLARA and the number 76, Solara 76. If you have a Chime account and you would like to donate to the channel, to my Chime, it is the @ symbol, I believe, and whatever symbol they use, and then my name, Tiffany, and the number 76. The reason why you will be donating to my channel is because I am purchasing equipment for things to go into my revamped office. Like I bought a new desk. I just recently bought another tripod to hold my cell phone that has a built-in light. It has a microphone. Like I'm excited about the future, even though I am walking this journey in the physical without my husband and my mother. But I'm still excited about it. So you're not just giving me money just to give me money. You're just simply donating to my channel so I can get the things that I need to make, make my life more accessible and to make your experience on my channel more pleasant, because it's a little difficult for me physically to sit on the edge of this bed knowing that I have the health issues that I do have. So, and that's another thing. It's like, why in the hell would you be jealous of me? Like, I mean, I'm trying to get my entire vessel straightened up. Like, I've been in physical therapy since probably the age of 20, and I've been in pain management for well over 10 years. So, let's go. Is there anything specific or anything else you would like me to know regarding this particular topic? I am here for it. Anybody that's still watching is here for it. It says divorce, breaking contract. Yeah, that's pretty much what she did. And I'm starting to believe that copycat is basically same shit, different day. And it says investigating. Just a few more cards to go through. I don't know if you can see it. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not letting me even put that in front of the camera. Okay, so is there anything else you would like for me to know regarding this? Regarding this sibling that's allegedly jealous, and it says lies and control. Alright, on the bottom of the deck it says toxic. Now this card, I'm going to make sure that you see it. This is on the bottom of the deck. And there's nothing wrong with basically breaking free from anyone in your simulation that is toxic. I like to split the deck at the end and show what is in the middle of the two. And it says destroyed, shattered, broken, fucked up. Fighting for what you love, claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. And I am fighting for what I love and what I want in the rest of my journey, which is inner peace. This is another sign. My husband was really geared towards anything pertaining to peacefulness. Buddha, it says inner peace begins the moment you choose not to allow another person or event to control your emotions. Ashe. So, oh yes, and this little beautiful little baby born on March 2nd, 1976 is me. I literally got that what the fuck face. Anyways, I show gratitude, so much gratitude to all of you that took the time to even see a few minutes of my video, and that those who choose to subscribe. I show so much gratitude and love to you, and I want you to have a wonderful rest of the week and a wonderful weekend and a beautiful next week. Just have a beautiful life, and don't let anyone steal your happiness. Do not let them take your power away. Just don't. Just don't. Where's that other card? Oh, that's the one that was in the middle. Let's just put these here. Oh, we can't forget the icing on the cake. Now, can we? One of my favorite YouTubers, like, she pops in here and there, but when I used to exercise to her, I used to get on the treadmill and walk, and I was trying to find one of her videos that was the longest of her videos, like an hour plus, so I can listen to her and be distracted while I'm basically sweating. So anyways, this person did offer a fake apology. They do know that they're fucked up, but that sounds like a personal problem, and that they destroyed everything, what could have been. And this particular sibling, she was my favorite sibling growing up because she was the oldest. And I used to like seeing her get dressed and do her hair, do her makeup. But the shit is toxic. The toxic. I cannot deal. And I've already created a perimeter around my entire being. Whether if I'm home or if I'm in my car, if I'm out in public, that anyone that's toxic or does not mean any good for me cannot even come in anywhere near. Like, I don't want anything bad to happen to them. But hey, if you're in that danger zone, you might get zapped. I don't know. Take care.